Do you want to see a Bruce Willis battle royale? Of course you did. Let's talk about Apex. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watcher Pass, and I'm here to talk to you about Apex, an all-new action film that's releasing on digital and VOD on November 12th, 2021. It's a survival hunt kind of movie that has a lot of influences from battle royale video games, and it's also just a fun movie experience. It's directed by Edward Drake. It has a really good cast of Neal McDonough, Bruce Willis, Lochlyn, Munro, Peta, and Trevor Gretzky, name a few. So I'm gonna talk to you a little about the film, some things I liked, some things I didn't like. But my hot take is, if you're a video game fan, if you like these types of movies, I think you'll enjoy this. I think this is ultimately a watch movie. It has some flaws, but it was just a lot of fun, and it had a lot of fun Easter eggs and just interesting, headstrong characters. So in Apex, you have a group of rich individuals who all go to this island to hunt people for sport. They're all rich. They kind of come in to hunt people, and they do this regularly. And now the best of the best have come in to hunt this new prey in Bruce Willis. So you have a lot of overconfident folks and a cagey Bruce Willis. And when those two combine, you get a lot of action and a lot of just craziness. But the film also has some battle royale influences. You have kind of a survival aspect. You have the last person alive, kind of the last person standing wins and gets the prize. And you do have just some good crazy action. So things I liked about this film. The first is the cast, and mostly the cast is really good, and I liked them all. But Bruce Willis was obviously the main draw, and also I was happy that he had a pretty significant role. You'll see a lot of films where they'll get a marquee star and that person will be on screen for a very small portion of it, or they'll be kind of in one specific room the entire time, like sitting down, and it'll cut back to them throughout the film, but it's clear that they only had like one day with them. In this film, Bruce Willis is in it throughout and has a pretty significant role. Like he is the main prey. He gets hunted. He actually does some hunting. He gets in the action. He has a pretty big role, which I was surprised. I thought that maybe it would be kind of a just a cameo or just something for the marquee. But no, he's actually in it, and he's good. It's a Bruce Willis role. It's a quiet kind of quietly confident hero with a little bit of quips and a little bit of charm and a little bit of wit. But it's a very Bruce Willis role, and I feel like this was written for Bruce Willis. And also the rest of the cast are very good as well. You get a lot of characters that play kind of like overconfident, over-exaggerated characters, and they're a lot of fun to see, especially when they start to kind of butt heads at the start, and also in the middle when they start to really kind of get at odds with each other. You get a lot of just funny, ridiculous interactions between the characters. The second thing I liked is the video game feel of this movie. Like I mentioned, this is like a battle royale type of movie. Now, you don't have people, skydiving into this island, but you do have people hunting this single individual, and then spoilers, they do start to turn on each other, and this then leads to kind of a free-for-all. I don't think it really ever devolves into a pure free-for-all, like everyone for themselves, but you do have factions develop. You do have characters hunting each other, and overall the film has a very nice the film has a good video game feel, and there's also helps by some 16-bit sounds that come into the film. And also you have different types of supply drops, and they don't drop from the sky, but you do have them materialize, and you've got the characters talking with kind of an overseer who's watching over the entire battle royale so that they can get new supplies and get new weapons, things like that. So all in all, it does feel very much like a video game kind of brought to life. And so all in all, it does feel very much like a video game kind of brought to life. Maybe not as much as Free Guy. Free Guy had a lot of really great, So all in all, it feels like a battle royale type game brought to life. Now, who wins the winner chicken dinner? I guess you have to watch it and find out. The third thing I liked is the humor and the interactions. I kind of got into this with the characters, but you do have some very strong personalities in this film. You get a lot of really good actors playing very strong characters, and that leads to some conflict, some machismo between the male characters, and also some machismo from the female character. Peta does a good job holding her own, and so you get a lot of really fun, ridiculous interactions, especially at the start when they all are kind of in this essentially a hunting lodge before the movie starts. I really like seeing them kind of butt heads and play off each other. And then that also translated out in the field. Although it's a little more tense out there, you still did get people kind of one-upping each other, trying to be the person that like wins the hunt. And so all of that translates into just a lot of just all that helps to kind of lighten the mood and give it less of a serious tone, because this could be a very serious type of movie, but they never get to that point. And the last thing I really liked are the Easter eggs. And there's one specifically I noticed when they were talking about Bruce Willis's character and the things that had happened. And if you listen to the things that have happened to him, they're all prominent aspects from various Bruce Willis movies. I thought that gave me a chuckle, especially when I started connecting those dots. And this film, I'm sure, has more for eagle-eyed viewers. And that was just something I thought was a clever way to introduce kind of this like Bruce Willis legend. The scene they're talking about injuries that this character's had, and they're like, he was the only survivor from a train. He like drove a car through an airplane. It was shot in the back multiple times. There were all these great references to Bruce Willis movies that I thought was perfect. And there must be others. I didn't catch many others, but I imagine eagle-eyed viewers will find many more. So things I did not love, and these are mostly minor. The first is the hunt does kind of devolve at the end into a little bit of craziness. Now, that's not unique in this type of a film, and also that's not unique in battle royales. Battle royales, the end can get pretty ridiculous as people are just trying to do whatever they can to win. So that it's just a minor fault, but it did feel like the movie started with a fairly careful, planned type of situation, and then towards the end just kind of went off the rails. But it was still fun to watch, so I don't knock it that much. And the second thing is some of the effects did seem like CG. Now, they were CG, I'm sure, and the movie overall has pretty good effects, but some of the effects just, they were noticeable. And so that's one of my little pet peeves. So I noticed it. Again, not a big deal. The movie is still a fun film to watch, and it still is probably the closest that you'll get. It is a good approximation of what a battle royale feels. So that's Apex. It's coming to VOD and digital on November 12th, 2021. I think you should definitely check it out. It's very different, it's very unique, and it has Bruce Willis in more of a Bruce Willis role. And it has Bruce Willis in a fairly meaty role for and it has Bruce Willis in a fairly meaty role for an indie film. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. And also, please check out my other content. I have an interview with Edward Drake, the director and co-writer of the film, up on the YouTube channel. And then I've got other movie reviews, interviews, unboxing videos, and weekly movie recommendations. Thank you.